This assignment is called the puzzle piece theory. So basically what's going to happen here, you've got a lot of different abstract shapes that are all jumbled up together, and you really at this point probably don't know what this is. But the theory here is when you draw, or when you learn how to observe while drawing, if you break things down into individual abstract shapes, even if you know what the object is and see how those shapes fit together, you will learn how to draw and you will learn how to observe. In drawing, we try to use the right side of our brain. And the right side, it really does recognize things as they are. The left side of the brain, you draw things based on your memory, like basically a picture of an eye. I could tell you to draw an eye, and that may be an eye that you remember from way back when. But then when I tell you to observe an eye and draw it as you see it, it's going to be totally different if you're really, really totally looking at it. The way that I'm teaching you guys how to draw in this way, anybody truly can learn how to draw. So if you have little misgivings about your skills in drawing, just know that you're going to surprise yourself through this. So a lot of what I do in my work as an artist, I actually break things down and grid things. You may have seen a photograph or an image gridded and drawn from that grid. This is kind of the same principle of that. So anyway, so what you're going to have here, and like I said, there's just a bunch of jumbled up, it's like a puzzle, okay? And you're going to end up on this drawing. You can see it's numbered 1 through 48. These little puzzle pieces, you're going to draw these in the correct order. So what will happen here is we're going to look for 1. Now 1, there's nothing there, so you wouldn't draw 1. So 1, if there was something there, you would actually draw it right here. So we'll get through, and I've kind of looked at this beforehand. So 1 through like I think 4, there's nothing there. So all of this would be blank. Now on 5, there is a little something there. So I'm going to show you what you're going to do. I'm going to kind of pull this up here so you could see both things. Okay. All right. So number 5, let's see here. So what you're going to do with this viewfinder, you're going to cover every little thing, and you're going to zoom in on just, there's like a little bitty hump shape, okay? I'm gonna zoom in on that, all right? So that's all that we're gonna focus on at this point. So, all right. So you're gonna move your paper over here. Yeah, you can see what I'm seeing, all right. So what you're going to do is you're going to figure out where this little hump starts, and you can kind of look, it's at the bottom third. So I'm going to, with my pencil, I'm going to make a mark where it starts. And then you're going to look and see, you know, this thing comes up right here, and you're going to look at where the height of this is in relation to like where the center of this thing is, okay? So this is like the, and you can make a little mark where the center of this piece is. I'm basing it based on what I see. And then you're gonna look at where it ends in relation to this negative space right here. So a lot of what you are drawing, you're looking at not only the shape, but you're looking at the space around this drawing to see what is left. Okay, so after you do, I'm gonna kind of zoom in. After you do your 3 dots, I usually do a dot for the beginning, the middle, and the end. You're gonna take a line, and you're going to connect the dots. Now this little shape is filled in, so you'll take your pencil, you'll fill this thing in right here. Okay, all right, so let's take this viewfinder off here. So the 5, there is a shape there to draw. Let's see here, 6. If you look at 6, there's nothing there, so we're gonna leave 6 blank on this thing here. So not much is going on at this very top row right here. So let's look, let's see here, 7. Well, 7 is blank too. We're not gonna do anything with 7. Let's see here, we're going to look for 8. Well, 8 is blank right here. And then 9 does have something on it. So we're gonna look through, and I'm gonna cover up everything except for 9. And I'm gonna look at, there's 2 little, almost looks like a little rainbow shape. Now, in theory, what should happen with this is your stuff from one square to the next, they should end up connecting in some way. And I'm gonna prove that to you as I'm actually drawing this thing. So anyway, so I have that covered up. I'm gonna start with the 9, and I'm gonna figure out, you know, let's look at this thing here. And you're welcome to draw on this thing. This is the middle. Right here, you can even do, like if you wanted to fourth this thing to figure out, you know, where this is in relation to things, you could do the same thing here. And if you wanted to fourth that just to help you out, you can measure it, you know, with a ruler, that's fine. If you want to do something like that, if that would help. So this little tail end comes a little bit over that little fourth mark. You can kind of see that. So I'm going to make a little mark where I see it start. This, you look at this in relation to this little grid right here. It comes up about here, and it looks like it curves over here. You've got a little something something in this corner here. So the way that you're going to do this, y'all, is draw the outside line and draw how it curves connected. Okay, and you see I'm not sketching, I'm making, you know, really nice elongated lines. I'm looking at the thickness of my example, and I'm drawing it from there. It looks like there's a little something there. You can always take this, erase this little thing when you're done with that little part. Okay, so I'm going to do another little video, and we'll do the rest of this.